The Bratva world is coming to an explosive end, and today we've got the woman who built it, burned it down, literally, and made us fall in love with her morally grey characters. TJ Maguire is here to talk about Bratva Menace, the explosive finale to a best-selling series, and she's also revealing her brand new fantasy series, The Last Siphon.
So, welcome back, Bookshelf Besties. My name is Julia.
And I'm Christy.
And for anyone who hasn't been left on the edge of their seats from her books, she is the dark romance mafia mastermind behind the Bratva series, filled with badass FMCs, morally grey characters, high stakes power plays, and the kind of emotional damage we say we don't want, but secretly crave.
You're not wrong. So let's get TJ and let's just jump into these questions.
I'm so excited. Hi, TJ. Thank you so
Hi.
much for joining us today. We are incredibly excited and honestly honored that you are our first author interview on the podcast. So,
I am like so happy I'm so nervous, but I'm so happy to be here and I'm so glad that you guys want me on the podcast. I'm so
yeah,
glad.
100%, 100% yes.
Yes.
So, we are going to jump straight into the questions.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's do that.
let's do it.
Okay, so let's go back to the beginning. What inspired Brat for Brad? Well, the Brat for world.
Um, I really love like the mafia genre. And I first fell in love with like the female, like the badass female main character in high school when I read Vampire Academy by Rochelle Mead. Yes, it was my like all-time favorite book. Still is, really. I
Yeah.
read that at least once a year. And I knew that when I was going to write a book, I wanted to merge those two together because if you write a book that you love with pieces that you love, it flows better. You have more of a connection to it. So I really loved the badass female vibe, and that I think is what inspired the entire series and the female main characters because I just love a badass bitch who can like, who is so powerful that the male main characters are like terrified of them. And that I think like inspired the whole series in terms of like those characters because I centered it all around them.
I love I
I
love that
yes.
so much because we grew up with Vampire Academy as well, and we've been talking about like maybe doing like a reread or
Yes.
something. So the fact that it's like an annual read for you
Let
is
me know when you're doing it because I
yeah,
have the
we could
originals. The
So
originals.
nice.
you might just have to come on as a guest to talk about it as well. I'm just
We could
saying.
do like a buddy read. Oh
Yes.
my God.
Yes.
Vampire.
I seriously read that series once a year
Yeah.
and I love it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I used to
amazing.
do that as well when I was a teen. Like it was just religious. That and Twilight over and over
Yeah.
again.
Over and over and over again. I didn't care. I brought the book to school and I would
Yep.
try and like read it at school because it was
Yep.
just there was something about it. And then that was what kickstarted my love of like badass female main characters because
That's so
Rose
cool.
Hathaway is like
Yep.
the epitome of it.
Yes.
Yes.
Like
You know
she
what?
was a bad,
That
she was
wasn't the
bad.
answer I was expecting, but I love, you know.
Yes. Like
I'm
100%
curious,
agree.
what was the answer you were expecting now?
No, I was just like thinking more like something to do with like the genre and,
Hmm.
yeah, like the badass female characters. I just had no clue it was inspired from, a badass female
Yeah.
character. Oh, okay, it makes sense now that I say it out
Yeah.
loud.
Yeah. It's
It's
still
where
so
my
cool.
love of like that trope started. And so
Yes.
like when I read it, I fell in love with that kind of character. And I was like, if I write a book, it has to be with a character who's just as bad as what Rose Hathaway is. Like
Yes.
it has to be. And then
Yeah.
Mafia, I love the Mafia genre. So like merge the two together.
I love that.
Mm, that's great. So, when you wrote Rat for Bride, did you always know how the series would end or that it was going to expand across 5 books?
I had no idea. None. Absolutely none. I had no idea how the books were going to go or how the series was going to end because I winged my ass through every single book.
Love this.
And
Yeah.
it wasn't until I got to a book like, say, Prince, that I knew what was going to happen in that book because I would write it and then figure it out as I went along, kind of thing. I had no idea that half the shit that's happened in there was going to happen. None.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Because
It made it hard. Yeah.
yeah, because I was thinking about it when we are putting the questions together. I'm like, most people start with doing like 3 books or something like that. But, your series is now 5, and obviously like we started off with Bratva Bride and the world has just been expanding from there. So yeah, I was very curious to know if this was like a plan all along, or like the characters have kind of been like, you're writing my story now kind of situation.
Yeah, yeah. It was definitely like I knew I wanted to do like multiple books,
Hmm.
like, but what those books had in them, I had no idea until I started the story. I guess because the series overlaps with one another. And
Yes.
so, there's past events that are happening. It made it a little easy because I had a script to sort of follow. And then I
Mm.
just kind of chucked in other bits to like make the story more engaging and things like that. But no idea what they were going to be about until I was writing it.
That's cool. That's
That's
really
sick.
cool.
Did you know you wanted to write a book for each family member?
I did, and then I didn't at the same time because it
Okay.
kind of is along the same lines. Like I love the series where you have a friend group or a
Yeah.
family, and each book is about a different member in that group. Like I
Yeah.
love that. I love when you get it's a side character, and then all of a sudden it's their turn to shine. So I knew I wanted to do a book on all of the siblings, but what those books were going to be, no clue. I just knew
Yeah.
I wanted to do them, like, and I would
Well,
eventually find the words.
yes. Well, you've done it incredibly well because, like, I know from reading Bratva Bride, like the siblings and the dynamic and the relationship, and I'm pretty sure we've got some questions in
Yeah.
here that's going to flow into that. But like these characters are just so like fleshed out that immediately like you're interested in
Yes.
all of them, and
Yeah.
like you have done the series following like different characters like incredibly well. And I've read books where it does follow like a friend group or something like that, but then you go, oh, I'm not really interested in this
In that
person.
character.
Am I gonna
Yeah.
have to read
Yeah.
that book? But like from like the beginning, you've made all these characters so interesting. And I
Yes.
think it's like that family dynamic. You've
100%.
just like nailed it.
100%
Thank
agree.
you.
Yes.
Thank you so
Especially,
much. Like, it makes me so happy to hear that.
Yes. Good.
I definitely agree. I remember just reading Bratva Bride for the first time and being like, I wonder like what the next book like is it going to be about Alexander? Is it going to be about Nikolai? I'm like, I need to know more about them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm glad that it did go that way.
And this is actually going to build into my next question
Yes.
really well. And I apologize if I say the name wrong because we have argued over the pronunciation before this episode. But why looking last? I'm mad. Like when you released Butcher, yeah, Butcher last year, which followed obviously the dad, I was like, interesting choice, but why not Luckian? Like I needed him from the beginning, and now you've made me wait 5 books, and I'm sure I'm the only one who's passionate about this.
No, the amount of people that have messaged me and been like, why is Dimitri's book next? Why is it Lucian's book? So I pronounce it Lucian because
Lucian.
I kind of,
Lucian.
yeah, I
Yes.
Googled like to make sure I could pronounce the name properly.
Yes.
But I had so many people go, why isn't Lucian's book next? Why is Dimitri's book next? And honestly, it was a happy kind of coincidence. I think like saving the best for last is good,
Yeah.
but it was
Mhm.
unintentional as well. As I was writing the stories, like as I would get to like the end of say Bratva Prince, I knew the next character had to be Nikolai. Like it was just the way the story was flowing and things like
Yeah.
that. So when the story was progressing, it made sense to do Dimitri next, and
Yeah.
then obviously Lucan last. But it was a good coincidence because everybody's really excited for his book. Like
Yeah.
people have been hanging out for his book,
Yeah.
and I feel like it's
Mhm.
built that suspense, especially because it's the last one. I feel like
Yes.
the perfect way to tie it off is with the character everybody loves the
Loves
most.
the
So
most.
happy
100%.
coincidence.
You know what? I get it because,
It
makes
builds
us want
that
to read
suspense.
all the way for it. So
Exactly.
I'll forgive you.
Okay. How does it feel to be ending the series?
I'm sad.
Yeah.
It's a bittersweet kind of moment. Like I'm excited to start something new. I'm sad that it's like my last time being in these characters' minds. And then I'm
Yeah.
also scared at the same time because I've spent 4 or 5 years of my life writing this series, and the idea of jumping ship to something completely different scares me
Yeah.
because I know these characters inside and out. I know exactly how they would react to things, what they would say. And then the idea of going to something different, it scares me a little bit, but I'm excited. So I'm like a mixture of a whole bunch of different things. Yeah, sad. excited, happy, scared.
Whole bag of emotions.
Yeah, yeah, a big old bag of like crazy emotions. But like, yeah, it's crazy that after so long it's kind of coming to an end now, you know?
Yeah. Okay, so bringing it back to Menace, if you could describe this book in 3 words, what 3 words would it be?
Hot, delusional. And this one's technically 2 words, but we're going to pretend it's one.
Okay.
Plot twist.
Okay.
A plot,
I'm
plot
not
twist.
panicking.
Those are the 3 words I would say in a nutshell. Yeah.
Delusional.
I know. I like the hot though.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, yes. I'm
I was
excited
trying
for
to think of a
that.
better word than hot, but I feel like hot's the right word. It's fucking hot.
I
It's a
think it
hot block.
covers
They're
it,
hot.
Hmm.
Yeah.
especially with like some of the teasers we've seen and like the character art. Like we've got like these ones
Yep.
behind us.
They're hot.
And
That's it.
yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Plot twist.
Yeah, I'm trying not to focus on the plot twist part.
I'm focusing on the plot twist
No,
part.
I'm not going to torment
That's what I
myself.
want. I want you guys thinking. I want you guys wondering what it could be because I don't think anybody's gonna expect it.
She's
So,
edging us.
She is.
I am.
It's not fair.
I'm evil. We know that.
So without spoilers, obviously, what kind of emotional damage are we in for with Bratva Menace? Let's use a scale where the low end is the main characters show up to an inn with one bed, but they just get another room. And the worst being you shatter us. The dog dies at the end of the movie. Full emotional annihilation. What are we in for here?
I think that this book is going to be emotional in itself because it's the last one. Everybody's going to be so sad to say goodbye to these characters. There are emotional things in the book, and I really can't say it without spoiling it. That's what makes
Okay.
it really, really hard. But I think it's going to be emotional on 2 fronts. One, the story itself, what happens with Lucian. We all know the struggle he's having at the moment with proving himself and having people not believe in him. And then it'll be emotional because it'll be the last time that you get to be in the Volkov's world. So it's a little bit of both, and I can't say much more else. I was thinking about it, trying to come up with a way to say it without spoiling anything, but it's going to be emotional just for the fact that Lucian finally gets to prove himself to his family and show that he's not what they think he is. He's so much more than what all of his family thinks that he is. It's going to be
so much.
I'm about to say, I don't know if the mic picked up on it, but Christy was definitely sniffling during that answer. I had to look across to check if she'd started crying already. So
Oh my gosh.
I'm not crying, but like, I love him.
I know, and that's what I think is going to make it.
God.
So everybody loves him. They love his energy, they love his vibe, and seeing him hurt, especially in the last book, I think broke a lot of people. Seeing the difference that he was at, like how he was acting differently after what Dimitri said to him, broke a little bit of his soul, you know? And that's why I think this book's going to be emotional because it's about showing and getting that energy back from him, back how he used to be. So, yeah.
it's fine. I'll just have some tissues on standby,
Yeah.
some chocolate in the cupboard, ready to
Yep.
go.
Yep.
It's all right. I'll be prepared.
That's good. Be prepared.
I feel like this is the perfect question to follow that. So, you're very good at writing gut-punching scenes. Was there ever a moment where you thought it was too much? You can't do that to your characters or readers, but then you did it anyway.
Dayton.
Fuck you. Respectfully.
Dayton. I'm probably gonna get in so much trouble for this, but I wrote him specifically to kill him off. I know, I'm evil. I've been scared
It's
to tell
fine.
that to people. I needed something that would shatter Alexander. Alexander is the tough, in control, doesn't show his emotions type of person. And I needed something that was going to break him so then Drea could fix him. I needed to show that connection between him and Drea and that she's the only one that can calm like that beast of a man down. And I knew I couldn't kill off any of the family members. Of course not. So I had to create a character that would bond with him. And yeah, I felt really bad making everybody love him because he was cute. I loved him so much. And then knowing what I had planned for him. But it was necessary for the story. It
I
was
know it was
necessary.
necessary, but I have tears in my eyes.
Yeah, I think Christy worded it quite well before, respectively. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Um, just creating this like lamb for the slaughter. But also,
Yes, I
I
know.
love
My
that
editor's
you're,
still mad at me. My
yeah,
editor's still
I look, I love that you're not afraid to kill off a character. Like,
Yeah.
look, emotionally it sucks for us readers,
Yes. Yeah.
but
It does make
I
the
had
story that much
roughly
better.
debated not doing it, but
Mhm.
in order to get the connection between Alexander and Drea across, I had to do something, and killing one of the family members was out of the question. There was nobody else in his life that really mattered apart from his family. So it was something that had to happen, but I knew it was evil of me to write a character that everyone was going to love just to take him away.
It's fine.
we'll forgive you. It's
Yeah,
okay.
it's fine. Yeah, your characters are so morally grey. How do you find the balance between brutal and lovable?
Humor.
Yeah.
Humor, I think,
Mm.
really helps kind of bridge those two together. So the characters are very morally grey. They don't have a lot of morals in terms of things that they're afraid to do. There's a few lines that they obviously won't cross, but pretty
Yeah.
much they're open to just about anything. And when you have a character that's that dark and that willing to do bad things, I find it easier to like humanize them a little bit more by adding in humor, by
Yeah.
adding in those scenes that make people laugh, because then it kind of makes them a bit more like bit more humanity to them, I think. So I definitely find it easy if I just add in a bit something funny.
Yes, yeah.
Works.
And like when we were putting these questions together, we kept saying like your banter between
Yes.
characters is just so funny as well. So you've nailed it. You clearly
Yay!
nailed that gap. As soon as you said humor, you're like, oh yeah, that does make sense.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I feel like you can have a character do something evil, something
Mm.
really, really dark, and then in the next chapter, if you have them do something funny, it kind of just makes them seem a bit more lovable. I
Mm,
don't know.
it
No,
works.
yes, 100%. Oh, okay. Okay.
No.
So still talking about your characters. Um, which character has given you the most grief while writing and why?
I don't think any specific character gave me grief. I think their stories gave me grief.
Mm.
So when I'm writing whichever book it is, I'm immersely in that character. I know exactly everything they're going to do, how they're going to react, what they're going to say. But making the story, like writing the stories gave me grief. Nick and Tati was a very hard story for me to write. And then Dimitri and Autumn again, because it was just hard to find the right way to tell their story. So it's mainly the stories that I had a difficult time with, not the
Yeah,
characters themselves, I think. Yeah.
I get you. Now I'm just thinking about their story. It's fast.
Well, Dimitri and Autumn was hard to write because I had written the love that Dimitri had for his previous wife as like a really epic sort of love. So
Yeah.
something that, passed on for ages. Like he didn't heal, he didn't sleep with another one. He was like mourning her for 10 years. So writing his story was really hard because I had to make sure it wasn't just he jumped straight into another relationship. He had to suffer a little bit
Yes.
because of how I wrote that love. So that book was pretty hard. And then obviously Nick and Tati for Nick and Tati. Yeah, that one was hard.
Yep.
As a mother, that's was hard. Yeah.
With Menace, we get the reverse trope. He's submissive, she's the stalker. What inspired this dynamic? Because we're already obsessed.
Yes. I really wanted something different. So a lot of the stalker related books, it's the male main character that's the stalker. They're the obsessive one, the crazy one, the delusional one. And I know that there are some books out there where the female main character is like the stalker, but I really wanted that too. Like I really wanted it to be different. And
Yeah.
instead of it being one of the male main characters who's the stalker or obsessive one, I wanted it to be her. And that's
Yeah.
that's why. It's because like I feel like it adds a different flair. And for Lucan, he needed somebody to match his crazy. Like
Yes.
he wouldn't have just a normal, FMC. He needed somebody crazy,
Yeah.
delusional
Yeah.
somebody to match him. And I feel like making his love interest a stalker was the perfect way to do that.
100%. I
Yes.
agree. I get it.
Yeah, it's just like all the teasers you're putting out about them and the character art you're doing. I'm just like, I'm getting more and more obsessed. And the fact that we do have like these reverse tropes for this book, I'm just like, I need it.
Yeah.
It still brings me
I'm
back to
worried
White
I'm putting
Last.
out a little too many teasers because I have that problem. I can't keep my mouth shut. I'm like, I just want to tell
No,
everybody about
no,
it.
it's
And so I'm like,
perfect.
It's great.
I get reminded about it every day, and I'm like, that's right. I need this yesterday. Like,
well, it's coming probably a little sooner than everyone thinks. So.
okay. Okay. I'm okay with that. I think everyone will be okay with that.
I'm calling in sick that day.
Totally acceptable. No one will judge.
Yeah.
No, no one will.
I think there'll be like just the general consensus that there might be a rise in sick days taken on Menace release. So
I love that.
the sibling dynamic within your world is such a highlight for the Bratva series. What inspired this?
Well, I have a big, very big family. I'm one of seven. Wait, that's including me. Yeah, let me count again. So, like, I have six siblings, seven including myself, and I grew up with five of them. And then we also have like a buttload of cousins. So my house was always filled with people. It was crazy. It was chaotic, and the sibling, like, the sibling banter between everybody. I knew I had to put it in the book because I was writing a bunch of siblings and I wanted it to be like authentic,
Yeah.
realistic. Siblings beat the shit out of each other. Like, let's be honest. Like, that's
Yeah.
how it works. The amount of times I would steal my sister's clothes, and then when she'd ask me about it, I'd lie and say I'd never seen it, but it was in my room.
Yeah.
Or I'd shove my brother and he'd get hurt, he'd start crying. And my dad would be like, "Who did that?" I'd be like, "Oh, he just fell over." Like,
Yeah.
like I really wanted to bring like an authenticity to the book with the siblings. So I took a lot of inspiration from my own childhood. Saying that, we didn't try and like kill each other as in with knives and guns and stuff. I added that in for flair. But a lot of it is definitely based on like my own interactions with my own siblings and that whole I can beat the shit out of my sibling, but you can't kind of vibe.
Yes.
That's what
Yeah.
I was going for. Yeah.
Well, it's definitely what we got because
Yeah.
the sibling dynamic is it's so well done.
Yeah.
Like
It's literally one of my favorite parts.
the banter, the fighting, the like I hate you but I'll protect you
Yeah.
kind of
Yes.
moment. Yes.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
only
They will
I can pick that.
literally, yeah, they'll
Yeah.
literally beat the shit out of each other. But the moment somebody else tries to do it, it's a no go. Only I'm
Yeah.
allowed to hurt my
Yes.
sibling.
100%.
Yeah.
I get it. I remember beating the shit out of my brother and he'd be like crying and be like, "No, don't you say a word."
Yeah. Don't tell anyone.
Yeah.
Like, literally, you'd be like,
I'll
and
beat
then
you
your
up.
parent would be screaming, like,
Yeah.
what happened? They're just like, oh, they just fell over. It
Yeah.
wasn't me. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Nah.
Still can't believe you're one of seven.
I know that's wild.
Yeah.
I get it though, because like my family like is really big as well, but
Mm.
step siblings. So
Oh,
like
yeah.
huge family
Yeah.
too. So I get it. It's not.
Yeah.
Okay, where do you fall in this like one of
In
seven?
yeah. I have three older sisters.
Yeah.
One is a half sibling who I unfortunately didn't get to grow up with. She lives in New Zealand. And then my two older other sisters, me, and then three younger brothers.
Whoa.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. So I also wrote the older brothers like Alexander and Nikolai, kind of like the older brothers I wished I had when I was growing up. Like, like I have my older sisters who are amazing, but you also want that older brother
Yes.
protective
Yeah.
kind of
I-
vibe. So that's where that comes from as well. Like what I wish I could have had an
Yes.
older brother.
Yes. I'm about to say that was, I guess, one of my things I like with the dynamic, having like the older kind of like
Yeah.
protective brother, because I'm the oldest.
Same.
I'm also
Yeah.
the only girl as well, so I've got two younger brothers. So I
Yeah.
always had that where I felt protective of them, but because they were
Yeah.
younger than me, they didn't really have that in reverse, if
Yeah.
that makes
Exactly.
sense. That I
Yeah.
always kind of wished I had an older brother that would like look out for me. So
Yeah.
I like that you've included that in the book.
Same.
That
Yeah.
is like a micro trope. I really enjoy the older brother.
Yeah. Because I do, like, older brothers are like protective and they love you and all that kind of stuff. And so when I wrote Alexander and Nikolai, they were kind of like the older brothers that like I never had. But I
Yeah.
do love my younger brothers anyway.
Hmm.
They're a little annoying sometimes, but you know, siblings.
Brothers.
Yes.
Yeah.
If your characters had a group chat, who would be starting the most drama? And I feel like I know this, but
I was gonna
please.
say, I think we know who that would be, and it would definitely be Lucian.
Yeah.
He would be the one hammering that group chat.
Yeah.
It would be with reels, funny memes. He
Yeah.
wouldn't give a shit if nobody was answering him. He'd just keep sending them anyway
Yeah.
and be like, look at this. And then, he would definitely be the one to start the drama.
Okay,
100%.
so to follow up on that, would they then have a separate chat without him?
Yes. They would.
I knew it.
They would 100% have a separate chat without him because they
That's
need it.
amazing. That is so fucking cool. Yeah, I thought it would be Lucian. I also thought like it'd be him and I keep
Like
saying
Ileana.
thank you. Him and Ileana just like playing pranks on everyone. I can't believe I forgot it.
There's so many characters though, I don't
Oh.
blame you.
But yeah, that's what I always thought.
Yeah.
They'd be like playing pranks or just like starting shit to stir up the other two. Like
They'd be in the chat talking to each other while
Yeah.
everybody else was not saying anything, and then they
Yeah.
just yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
That makes sense. All right, so this is actually an audiobook question.
Mhm.
What was it like hearing your characters come to life for the first time?
It was fucking surreal. Like it was crazy to know that the characters I'd created had been brought to life by someone else. Like it was the most surreal because I never envisioned anything like that ever happening in when I started my author journey. I never thought I would ever get the chance to do an audiobook, anything like that. So when I first heard it, I actually have a recording of my very first reaction to the very first time I heard the voices saying my words and my characters. I freaked out. I screamed. I couldn't believe it because it was just crazy to know that my characters were being brought to life like that. Like, yeah. I've kept that video recording and I'm going to keep it forever.
yes,
Good.
you should.
I'm about to say, I remember at Dark Delights and we got to listen to like that little teaser of like Bratva Prince. And like
Yes.
I knew it was going to be like an NSFW kind of section of the book, but even like putting on those headphones and then like hearing his voice, it was just like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
It was so hard because I had to pick one small scene to show because I could only do like little bits. And so literally going through it, I'm like, which scene would have people go, like, that's the reaction I wanted. And so it was so hard to pick because the whole book is really good. But I was like, as soon as I could show everybody, I was like, yeah, here, have a little snippet. And then night is coming soon and it's gonna break your freaking heart.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Standard.
be calling in sick for a whole week for that one, I think.
Yeah. I've been listening to it and honestly, there's been times I've been like, oh, why did I do this to myself?
yes. And okay, how did you react listening to like your spicy scenes in audio format?
Sometimes I'm like, oh God, like it's because I've listened to it at the gym. So when I'm walking on the treadmill and I don't want to listen to it because I'm trying to get like listen to the whole audiobook, but I have to be doing something to listen to it. I can't just sit there and listen. I have to be busy driving, whatever.
Yes.
And there were a few times that a sex scene came on in the car and I turned it right down because I was at the center light or at the gym on the treadmill. And it's literally just me being like not able to keep a straight face. Like, I'm just like, oh dear God, I hope no one can hear it. My biggest fear is that my headphones somehow connect to the Bluetooth and it's ranging out everywhere. But it's like,
can you imagine?
Okay,
Yeah.
I do have a story like that because I listen to a lot of audio books. It's just a really like accessible format while like multitasking, whether it's driving or cooking or like you said at the gym. And anyways, my partner started up my car to move it one day, and I was listening to Morning Glory milking farm, and it was just at like one of those shower scenes, and I honestly I screamed and I was like trying to like pause my audiobook for him like listening, and as soon as he walked inside he's like, Minotaurs, hey?
Oh good God.
I haven't recovered.
That's fair enough.
I haven't recovered.
That's hilarious.
I'm sorry, that is the funniest thing. I don't think I could look my partner in the eye after that.
It's just like, look, he knows I read some kind of like weird stuff. Um,
But
but
unless
like,
you're in the world and you read it, they,
yes,
it's
yeah,
hard to understand it. Yeah.
yes. My worst fear is accidentally leaving my audiobook connected while like leaving my car to get repaired or fixed or maintenance. Because I
Oh,
know,
Yes.
because like I've had my music start and like start blaring like straight away, and I'm like, I
yeah.
can't deal
That's
with
the
it
first
on the
thing
Or
I
like,
ever turn my Bluetooth off
yeah,
straight away.
I
your car's
automatically
getting
start.
serviced. And then,
I'll just start playing a random song on shuffle on
Yeah.
Spotify when I get out of the car now, so that it auto connects to a song. Like I've
yeah.
learnt my lesson. It's
Yeah.
never happening
Yeah.
again.
Same.
Could you imagine you're sitting there getting your car serviced and you're listening to an audiobook and then they turn it on to do the testing, the testing, and then it all of a sudden just sinks right there.
And it's like, where did my audiobook go?
Yeah.
And they're just like
Like, what's
in the
going
car,
on?
like fixing it, and it's like, you're such a good girl.
Ah!
Couldn't. I wouldn't be able to show my face back. I'll just pay and leave.
Bye.
It's yours now.
I'd be like to my partner, come and pay for this because I cannot face these
Yeah.
people.
Yeah. Ooh, I'm interested in this one. Are you a plotter or a pantser?
Kind of both at the
Yeah.
moment. So
Okay.
for the Bratva series Panther, I winged
Mhm.
my ass through that whole series. I had no idea what was going to happen, when it was going to happen. But
Yeah.
now recently I've become a bit of a planner or like a plotter because I'm writing a fantasy book. And with fantasy books comes magic systems, comes worlds, you have to plan that shit out. You can't wing that. So I'm kind of half and half. I definitely pantsered my way through the Bratva series, but now
Yeah.
I'm plotting my way through the fantasy one.
Interesting.
Okay.
I'm hoping because like I winged it through the Bratva series and it still turned out really good that if I plot a book, it should
It's gonna
technically be
be
better.
epic.
Yeah.
It should. That's the consensus. So I'm hoping.
Okay. This question kind of takes like a little bit of a curveball. Because obviously, like we've stalked your TikToks. We know you figure out a lot of fight scene dynamics with your partner. Is this the same for spicy scenes? I
My
just
face
gotta
might
know.
turn a bit red.
I just gotta know. Do you have a moment where you write something and go, but this will this actually work?
Like,
Like,
will his
honey,
arm go here? Like, how?
how the legs and everything.
It's so funny you say that because there was one time I was like, look, I'm not sure if this is going to work. Can we test it out? And he's like, yeah, okay. He was
Yeah,
fine
of
with
course
it.
he
He's like,
was.
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. It was just the one time I was kind of like, I just don't know if the orientation is right, if the limbs are
Yeah.
going to go that way or whatever. So we tested it out. It worked. It
That's
worked.
good to know. There we go.
And then, yeah, so it was just the one time. Just the one time.
I love it. My favorite response so far, I
Yeah.
think.
My face is going to go all red.
Yeah, I feel like he's starting to be a little bit famous in like your social media as well.
Everybody loves it. They love when we do the fight TikToks or when I, do the stalking Lucian ones. Like, and I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'm
Throw
like,
him in the
everybody
boot.
loves it. Yeah. We
So
put so
good.
much work into that one, and it didn't flop, but it also didn't do as well as what I'd hoped it would. Like, I really love that. I planned that shit out methodically, the
That's one of
camera
my
angles and
favorites
all
of
that kind of
yours.
stuff.
No,
Yeah, it
that's
was
it.
so much.
We're resharing that
Yeah.
one today. We're putting it on our story.
What's one of my favorites? Like all-time favorites. So fucking funny.
Yes.
I loved it. It was so much fun to film. And then I remember afterwards, I dropped him in the boot and his head like banged on the thing. I was like, "Are you okay?" And he's like, "I'm fine. Keep going. Keep rolling."
Oh my
Because
god.
otherwise we'd have to do it again. So
That is
Hilarious.
incredible.
Okay, so when you are writing, do you write to music or to silence?
I write to music. I
Yes.
need music to set the scene for
Yeah.
me. So if I'm writing a sad or emotional scene, I will have nothing but sad music on because it
Yeah.
gets me in that vibe. If I'm writing a
Mhm.
fight scene, I have like really bassy music. At the moment, I'm really loving like Viking music, the
Yeah,
drums and the
yes.
boom, 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 boom.
Yes.
So I'll listen to that kind of music while I'm writing a fight scene because it makes the creativity flow a little bit better. I'm like, imagine a movie where movies have background music. That's
Yes.
what I kind of picture it as. Yeah.
Now, all I'm going to think of when I'm reading Bratva Menace is like Viking,
Yeah.
like drums.
Yeah. Any fight scenes, just know they've pretty much been like done to like
That
yeah.
is so cool.
That's
Yeah.
good to know because like I do read to music, so when I just hit it like a fight scene, I'm just gonna put on the Viking drums
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
There's
get
like a
into the moment.
Viking artist or something, and like they have a whole album full of different ones, and I just pop that on, and it's just all different war music because it's like, you're setting the scene for like a fight. So yeah.
Actually, I don't know if you've heard it before, but there's like this band that's like Mongolian,
Yeah.
like war
The
music,
Who. Not the Who.
Mongolian, like
It's like
metal.
yeah, I know who you're talking about.
I'll
Fucking
I can't think of their name like off the top of my head right now, but I will like edit it in.
Yeah.
Because yeah, they're pretty sick as well and kind of give that same kind of like
Yeah.
beat
Anything
and
with
vibe and yeah.
fight,
you get
drums,
ready. You're getting
like,
ready to fight.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're getting ready to go to war, like
Yeah.
that kind of vibe. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, what's your ideal writing setup?
So my computer, V's,
Yeah.
snacks,
Nice.
headphones, and that's basically it. I try not to have my phone on me because I get very easily distracted. I
Mhm.
will just start, someone will message me, I'll get a notification, I'll be like, oh, and then I'll spend 20 minutes bloody
Yeah.
doom scrolling. But that's pretty much all that I need, and my aircon.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. This heat has been brutal lately.
Oh, it's been horrible.
Yeah.
Cool. So I think like wrapping up our writing questions, do you have any tips for aspiring authors that's more than like just write?
Yeah.
Like you just got to write like
Mm. It might be like a little like cliche in terms, but mine would be just to not give up, I think. There
mm,
was a time, literally 2 years ago, I was ready to stop. I before Bratva Menace, no, before Bratva Prince came out, I told my partner, I looked at him and I said, I can't do it anymore. I'm like broke, I'm dejected, like nothing's coming from it. I'm putting more work and effort into creating the books than what's kind of coming out of it. There's no traction, there's no nothing. People don't like it. I'm bad. This isn't what I'm meant to do. And I remember telling my partner that and just basically saying, as soon as Bratva Prince came out, I'm finished. I'm not doing any more books. And then he told me like that I should just keep going, like that, my time will eventually come. If it's what I enjoy doing, it doesn't matter if nothing comes from it. Just keep doing it. And so I was like, okay, like, I do enjoy writing them. I'll just keep going. And then one day everything fucking changed. And I don't know like what exactly that catalyst was. Like I know a couple of videos went well on TikTok and everything like that, but all I think about is that if I had to listen to myself back then and given up when I wanted to, none of the shit that's happened in the last 2 years of my life would have ever happened. I wouldn't have met the amazing people that I've met right now, you guys, Nikita. Like I would not have met anybody like that. I would have just stopped and could have been so close to my dream, but then given up. So like my
Yeah.
biggest thing would be just to not give up on what your dream is. Just keep going, and then eventually one day it can all change for like you as well. Even if you don't think it, just keep going. Like sounds a bit cliche, but that's
it's
No,
so
this is really
wholesome.
inspirational.
yeah.
Was there ever a moment where you realized like you've made it as an author?
Yes.
Because you've been able to quit your day job.
Yeah, I think that's what it was because I never, even when I was doing well, like my books were gaining traction, everybody was reading them. I still was too scared to quit my job because it's the uncertainty of doing
Yeah.
that. With a job,
Yeah.
you have a set wage, money's coming in, all that kind of stuff. I didn't think I would ever feel comfortable enough to take that leap. And then when I was finally able to, that was when I was kind of like, oh, like I think I've made it. Like I think I'm really getting to like live my dream. And like it was I remember crying to my partner about it because I'm actually gonna cry now. I remember crying to my partner about saying that like I never thought I would get to quit my job because I'd been there for 14 years. Never thought I could quit it to like do what I love to do. I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened there.
No,
You're gonna make me cry. I'm getting teary.
we're honestly like so proud of you.
I
And
don't
it's
know what the fuck happened there. Sorry.
fine.
But yeah, like it's just like I feel like that was the moment for me when I realized that like I can do what I love to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're so
No,
proud of
we
you.
are proud of you, and it's honestly it's inspirational. Like it
Yeah.
really is. And I'm hoping like anybody listening to this that is an inspiring author will like take your words and they'll just like make writing that habit. They'll just keep chipping away at it, and hopefully like one day they're gonna have that moment like that you've been able to
Yeah.
experience. So
That's my biggest thing is that I want other authors to like to know that it might not seem like you're moving forward, but every day when you're putting yourself out there, where you're making marketing videos, where you're talking on social media, you're interacting with people who have never seen you before. Like it could only be one person a day, but you're slowly making that progress in introducing people to your books that have never read them. So I think it's like just important to no matter what, even if you're feeling like it's not going to become anything, just keep pushing through it, you know? Yeah.
I
I'm
love that. I'm really glad we had that question. You're,
so
I'm
sorry.
like,
I was not expecting to get teary for that. I'm so sorry.
no, don't apologize. Like you're passionate about what you do and like you are like amazing to like listen to when it comes to like your writing and everything like
Ah,
that too.
I've been so
So
worried.
And
no.
it is inspirational. Like, been trying to write and it is like you just
Yeah.
give up. You have those questions and doubts about yourself and you're like, what am I doing? You know?
Yeah. Yeah. And like it's hard because that voice can be really loud in your head sometimes, telling you you're
Yeah.
not good at what you're doing. And you just
Yeah.
have to kind of like kick it the fuck out and
Yeah.
not sit to it. Yeah.
No room for negativity.
I love
Yeah.
that.
I feel like that's wrapped up
Hmm.
a lot of questions that we just kind of in general, like for you as well, like as an author and writing and like, coming to the end of like your series. We
Mhm.
do have some specific Bratva Menace questions if you're open to answering them.
Yeah.
Because of course, like we want it.
I
Like
know. Yeah. I'm
give me.
too much of like a create like I love telling people about it. Like that's the thing. So yeah, I'm open. I'm open to telling
All right,
whatever you
we're
want.
ready. We're ready. Okay.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
the first
Okay.
one has to be like one of my favorites
Yes.
as well. So,
The exclusive sneak peek.
oh no, I got my order mixed up.
Okay. So
They're all my favorites, really.
can we have an exclusive sneak peek or quote from Bratva Menace?
Yes. So I was actually trying to find something very like I don't know. I was looking for something spicy, but then I'm like maybe not. So like I have found something. It's a bit of a long one. If you guys are okay
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
So we'll
sat.
start
I'm listening.
we'll start it off. Let me get my throat ready. All right. So this is starting from Lila. So Lila's the one speaking. Okay. We're soulmates. I felt it the moment I laid eyes on you. That unbreakable connection. We're meant to be together, and nothing and no one will stop us. Our hearts are intertwined, bound together by forces beyond our control. It's destiny, don't you see? Fate. He stared at me, mouth slightly agape in what I could only describe as befuddlement. Oh, you're like insane, insane. I prefer the term mentally spicy.
That is fucking brilliant.
But like right at the start there, you've put like one of my favorite word combinations. With that.
Mentally spicy?
No. That was like towards the end. It was like that, like nothing and no one or something like that. I'm like, as soon as you said, I'm like, I am going to love this girl.
Yep.
Nothing and no one will stop us.
I
Yes.
love that.
And I'm like, oh, you can just hear the passion in her voice for him. And
And
he's
the
like,
full
Yeah,
Delulu.
oh,
that's
you
what
said
I mean. That's why when I said to describe the book, delusional.
I
Delusional.
love it.
amazing. Amazing. And mentally
Mentally
spicy.
spicy is perfect.
Yeah.
It's like the whole like serial unalivers, like making them
Yeah.
sound a little bit less,
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
bad.
And I
Mentally
like the part where
spicy.
he's like, oh, you're like insane,
Yeah.
insane.
Like
Like not just normal insane, like
that like took me for a curveball because I was like,
So
oh, we're getting a sweet moment. He's
yeah.
gonna like confess how much like he
yeah.
likes her as well. And he's like, whoa.
Yeah. Step
Oh
on.
my God.
I don't even know you. Like
That is brilliant. I love that.
Okay. Can you give us a teeny tiny exclusive, a line, like a hint or a vibe from Bratva Menace?
Okay, so this is from Bratva Menace, so you're gonna have to figure it out. All right. If any of my children were going to be stalked by a crazy person, it would be my youngest son. And of course, the fool would be nothing but excited by the notion.
Yeah, it checks out.
Yeah. So that is from Menace. So take
Yes.
with that what you will of who's speaking and whose pov it's going to be in Menace. So yeah.
I love.
I love
As soon as you're like, you're gonna have to figure this out, I'm like, I'm not good with puzzles.
that.
You can gather who's speaking in that one, and that a lot that the book doesn't just have Lucian and Lila's point of view.
I love that.
I love that so
As
much.
soon as you said my children, I was like, oh, okay.
We're switching.
We're good. We're here for it.
Can you share something about the book that nobody else knows yet?
Everything isn't what it seems.
Mm.
She said plot twist earlier.
I know. Really
So just
laying
keep
it
in
on
mind,
thick.
everything is not what it seems like.
Okay.
So
I'm like all the different scenarios of it. I'm like that Charlie with the
yeah, like all the different like lines pointing in every different direction. Yeah, yeah.
I'm just
And I
like,
would love to tell you what it is, but this is one secret I'm
don't tell
gonna
me.
keep.
Don't
Yeah.
tell me.
saying like I
But
know I am in conversation with you right now and I'm being forewarned about a plot twist and the deception, not what it seems and everything. And I'm still gonna read this book and just trust everything
Yeah.
word for word.
trust everything that's happening.
Yeah.
I'm just so
Don't trust
gullible.
anybody, trust everybody.
I'm so gullible when it comes to words on
Same.
paper. I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. We have a little game we want to play with you. It is
Cool.
just a quick fire this or that one word answer
Okay.
kind of thing. So we didn't like warn you about this because we just wanted your
Yeah.
genuine answers. They're not hard,
Okay.
they're not hard ones either. It's just a lot of fun that we want to have. So we're doing this or that speed round tropes to start with. So first one, a classic. Enemies to lovers or friends to lovers?
Enemies to lovers.
Duh.
Slow burn or love at first sight?
Slow burn.
Nice.
Touch her and die or who hurt you?
Touch her and die.
Brooding alpha or a morally grey softie?
Mm, oh, they're so close. I'd say brooding alpha, but it's very, very close. It's very, very
Yes.
close.
Yes. Secret marriage or forbidden love?
Secret marriage.
Yes. And only one bed or forced proximity?
Forced proximity.
Yeah.
I love forced proximity. They don't
Yeah.
want to be near each other, but they're stuck together. Like, yeah.
Yes, we love. Okay, and now Christy is going to do.
Okay, this one is character chaos, but make it Bratva.
Ooh, okay.
Kiss, marry, kill.
Ah, don't make me choose. Okay. Okay, kiss, marry, kill. Marry Dimitri.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Kiss Alexander.
Mhm.
Ooh.
Kill Ileana.
As if you could.
True. If I could.
She'll put up a fight, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I'm
Now I
sorry.
feel so bad. I'm like, oh no, Ileana, wait.
I actually really vibe with that answer though.
Mm.
Okay.
That was fair.
It's only because Bratva Bride's my least favorite book out of all of them. That's the only
Mhm.
reason I chose her, is because technically her book is my least favorite, but I love her character when she shows up in the other books.
Yeah.
It's just Bratva Bride is my least favorite, and that's the only reason I chose it.
And is that just because like your author growth and writing as like you've
Yeah.
gone along?
Yeah. Makes sense.
So Bride was the first. I obviously had
Yes.
a lot to learn in terms of like how to properly write a book. And then as each book's gone on, I've learnt things and I've improved my writing. And so the books have gotten better. And that's why Bride is like my least favorite, is because it's just
That's
not
fair.
It's where you
where I am
start.
now, kind of thing.
Yeah.
If I could redo it, I would.
That's fair.
Okay. Which of your characters would last longest in a zombie apocalypse?
Oh, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
I would say probably Alexander.
Why?
I think Alexander, because he's just the type that does like he's just so strong. Like I wrote him
Yeah.
as this really strong. Like if there was nobody else, if he didn't have to like there was only him and he didn't have people to worry about, I think he'd be just fine.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. I actually have another one on lead on to that. Who would die first in the zombie apocalypse?
I want to say Lucian.
He'd so do something dumb.
Yeah, he would do something dumb. He'd probably go up to it and just be like, "Is this a Halloween thing? Like, what
Yeah.
are you
Be like, watch this,
doing?"
guys.
Yeah, and then like just having a conversation, thinking it's a joke, and then he would get bitten and die. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it
feels
checks out.
on trend for his character.
Okay. Who's more likely to send an unsolicited knife pic instead of a dick pic?
no fix. I'd have to say Lucian again. I'd
Yeah,
have to. It has to be him. It has to be him because he's the
hands
type that like,
down.
yeah, he likes to fuck around and fuck with
Yeah.
people, and I feel like Alexander and Nikolai aren't like that. They're very
Yeah.
straight to the point. They're
Yeah.
not as like playful.
They're very
It would be
mature.
yeah, or possibly it could also be like Drea. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Checks out. I think they
Yeah,
would so do that back and forth, like
yeah,
Drea and Lucian. Like, look at
yeah.
my knife. Well, look at mine.
Yeah.
It's bigger.
Look at my knife. Yeah, exactly. But they're really nice, obviously. But that I could 100% see that happening. Yeah. And
Yes.
Autumn would maybe chuck in a little bit here and there, but like,
I
yeah.
I pick up the five. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay. Who would win in a fist fight? Your MMC or the FMC?
FMC. Oh, no. It's hard because they're very, very strong, but then I've also written that like the MMCs can hold their own with them.
Mm,
Like that's the thing. They can beat the shit out of each other, but like the MMC definitely holds his own as well. I feel like it's very tight. It's a very
okay.
tight kind of thing. But also the FMCs are strong as well, so it's kind of
Yes.
like they can
They're
play
such
tricks and like
badasses.
turn it kind of sexual and then be something like
Yes.
that.
Yeah. Or like, oh no,
Yeah.
you hurt me.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that really hurt. And then they'd be like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." And then
Yeah.
bam,
And then like, wham.
Yes. I could
a
so
little
see
bit of
that
tricks
happening.
involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that last one, that was the last one,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. That last one loops perfectly back to like the beginning when it came to like you're writing like badass female main
Yes.
characters. So I
Yeah.
already
It
had
worked
like
out
this
so well.
question like in my head going, oh, I think I know what's going
Oh
to be the
yeah.
answer
We
later.
100% knew the
Yeah.
answer, but
Yeah.
still fun.
It's
Okay.
good. It worked out well.
I love that.
Yep.
So before we do wrap up, we just want to have a quick few questions about like your future projects. Obviously, this fantasy book that you're talking about, give it a plug, give it a shout out. Yeah, because obviously like you have just revealed like your new fantasy series, The Last Siphon. Tell us, I want to say tell us everything, but I feel like we'll
Yeah.
get into like another 40-minute conversation on this book.
Yeah.
Really just like what can like your readers expect? Because like we know you for like your mafia. We are really excited for fantasy. Like we're huge like fantasy readers. Yeah,
Yeah.
what can we expect from this?
I'll start by saying I really suck at my elevator pitch, basically trying to like describe what my books are about. I suck at it.
Yeah.
I could write a 500-page book, but when it comes to writing a blurb or
Yeah.
describing what's in that book, I fucking suck at it. But I'm gonna
Do,
try.
do you know what
I'm
that
gonna try.
reminds me of? It's like when you're in a job interview and they go, "So tell us about yourself," and I'm like, I've
Yeah.
got no clue who I am.
Literally.
Like,
I
Who
have
am I?
nothing to say. Like, exactly. Like, I've got no clue who I am. I don't know what I like to do. Like, literally, it just flies out. So, and because I know exactly what's going to happen in the book, but I'm also like, I don't want to over explain it,
yeah.
kind of that sort of thing. But like, I love fantasy. I
Mhm.
prefer writing fantasy over mafia any day. Like that's the thing. Fantasy is it's the genre I love to write. I love magic. I love power. I love anything like mystical, mythical, all that kind of stuff. So this one here has everything that I love in it. It has the badass female main character. She has a power that is not allowed in the realm. It's outlawed. If anybody knew she had it, she would be put to death. And she knows how to use it, and she knows that her power is dangerous. She knows it. And so when she does use it, because she does use it, she's very careful with it because she knows what can happen if anybody finds out. And we have the MMC, who's always like all of my MMCs, dark, broody, cold. And it's yeah, I can't explain anything else unless I get into like the plot of it, which is again, I suck at the elevator pitch, but it's
This is.
basically yeah, they
Wait,
have to work together to
do
save.
they hate each other?
They dislike each other.
Mhm.
I definitely say dislike each other. He tries to
Nice.
kill her on their first interaction. That as it what as well. But they definitely dislike each other, and it has to be where they begrudgingly sort of work together, come to respect one another in order to save everybody.
I'm here for
I'm already
this.
sold.
Yeah, it's like your
Yeah.
passion as you're talking about it. I'm like, hell fucking yes.
Yes.
My partner
100%.
and I have like spoken about it in depth. We've spoken about the magic systems. He's helped me figure things out. We're like brainstorming together, and I haven't felt like this passionate about a book in ages. You know, I do love the Bratva series, obviously,
Yeah.
but like
Mm.
I'm very passionate about this one because I really love it. I really love the story.
Oh, we're so excited.
Oh,
I'm so excited. Are you excited?
oh,
I'm excited.
100%. Like she's talking, I'm just getting like closer and
Yeah.
closer to like,
I'm planning to do a little sneak peek booklet like Bratva Menace for
Mm.
this one with the first chapter as well. I'm going to have it at the Perth signing event in December. So I'm also going to get some as well for like
I was
events
gonna
here.
say,
But
how can we get to Perth?
I'm
yeah.
not in Perth,
But
I'll figure out a way.
yeah, I'm definitely going to do like a little sneak peek surprise booklet with the first chapter in it to kind of set the tone and set the vibe of what you can expect for it.
Oh,
That is
that's so
so
cool.
fucking cool.
So cool.
Holy shit. Okay. So is this romantasy, dark fantasy? Are we getting the same level of emotional ruin but with magic? What's
Yes. There is definitely going to be the same emotional ruin.
cool? Cool, cool,
What
cool.
I have planned for this book, it'll be like a kind of,
Destroy
sort of,
us.
Beautiful. I
yeah.
wouldn't expect anything
Yeah.
less.
I definitely think it's a bit of a mix between romantasy and dark romance because it's
Ooh.
definitely there's romance,
Yeah.
but it's not central point of it. Like it's very
Mhm.
plot. I love plot driven books
Yes.
with
Yeah.
spice instead of spice and nothing. So I will definitely have like a lot of plot in there, but there's going to be the romance between the characters. Like there's going to be scenes, there's going to be stuff like that, but it's definitely more along the plot side of things. So yeah,
We're
but
just
it's still
ticking
going to
like
be
so
dark.
many boxes. I'm
Yeah.
just like, my little reader heart is so happy right now.
Yay.
Okay. And how long have you been like sitting on this story? Like, has it been brewing while you were writing Bratva, or has it just all of a sudden come to you?
It's been in my head for a long time. So I was writing the start of it when I was writing the start of Menace. So I was writing the two books at the same time. And I
Oh my
realized
God.
that's not how I can work. I can't write two books at the same time. It's just not productive for me. I can't do it. So I had to stop writing the fantasy to focus on Menace because obviously that was the one everybody wanted at the moment. Wanted Lucian's book, so I had to focus on that. But I was definitely writing them both at the same time at the beginning. And then I had to stop because I was like, I can't split my focus like that. I'm like writing a
Yeah.
fantasy character, but then I'm accidentally writing that character in Menace because I'm just getting confused. So,
Yeah.
yeah. But it's been in my head for well over a year, and I'm like so glad that I get to finally like write it.
This is so exciting.
I know. I'm well and truly excited. I'm like, honestly, thank you for finishing off the Bratva world like first. Your readers, like, we totally would have understand if you wanted to take a moment to focus on this one, but like,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Everyone's like, just stop what you're doing and finish the book. And I'm like, okay, like, yeah, all right.
Okay, so I think that wraps up all the questions we had. You have been like an absolute superstar answering
Yes.
everything, and I feel like I'm gonna have to do like so much cutting because like we've been talking for almost like 2 hours back and forth.
It's so
And
easy though when you get in the
it
flow of
hasn't,
it.
well, that's it. It hasn't felt like we've been talking for that long. So
Yeah.
obviously, thank you for taking the
Yes.
time with us today. Like we really appreciate it. Like I feel honored. Like I'm still
Yeah,
starstruck
literally.
that we're sitting here in a Zoom call with you. Mummy, please. Yes.
Honestly, no, thank
But
you guys. I cannot be more thankful that you wanted to ask these questions, that you wanted me on here. Honestly,
Yes.
I've been so excited since you asked me, and I'm like, I'm so keen. I'm so keen.
This literally goes back to that moment sitting in McDonald's going like, hey, we want you on the show. Like, is this
Yes.
something like you're keen on, you know? So yeah, before we go, we want to plug your socials. So tell everyone like where we can find you on like Instagram, TikTok. Like tell us a little bit about your new newsletter as well.
Yeah.
Like let's highlight you, obviously.
And also
Where can
like
we stalk you?
yes, and like pre-order books, everything like that.
Ah, yes, yes, yes. So yeah, I've obviously got like TikTok, I've got
Mhm.
Instagram. There's a Facebook group that I currently
Yep.
have where I
I'm in
try to
it.
update new things that I like. It's meant to be where I post things first, but sometimes I forget that I have it. But I have a Facebook group too.
Yeah.
There's a pre-order up at the moment for obviously Menace.
Yes.
And I will be going to Perth. So there's a pre-order like Baventi pre-order form for
Mhm.
that as well if anybody's in Perth and they want to grab my books.
Mhm.
Um, and then I have my newsletter, which you can sign up to either through my link tree. My link tree has like all of my details on there, and that will come out once a month with kind of like a overview of what the month has been like for me, and sometimes sneak peeks.
Yes, yes, we love that. Think we'll add all those links to the comments
Yeah.
as well. The comments, the
Oh,
episode bio. That's
Yeah,
what
there
it's
you go.
called. An episode bio to make it like super easy for like people to find you. We'll
Mm.
put your link tree in. We'll put like your newsletter directly there as
you guys are
well. So,
amazing.
yeah, of course. This is all about you.
I don't get all shy.
No, don't.
When you're done emotionally ruining us with Bratva Menace, we will be here ready to be resurrected by the last siphon.
Yeah.
So, listeners, make sure to follow TJ along for all updates.
Yeah, literally
Yeah.
stalk her on her
Yes.
socials. She's into that.
I am.
Happy reading, and I guess we'll chat to you next time. Bye.
Bye.